and today we're going to be making a Waldorf salad. So traditionally the Waldorf salad is a fruit and nut salad, which generally has a mayonnaise dressing that goes with it. But today I thought what we would do is we'd use a balsamic dressing, a little bit lighter, and we'll have a slightly different flavour in the salad. So you can see here that I've got some walnuts. We're going to use the red onion because it's not quite as strong as a brown onion, which will then not overtake too much flavour in the salad. I'm using a pear today, but you can actually use an apple or a sweeter type of fruit that's still a little bit firm and crunchy because we're looking for the texture. Some celery sticks. We're going to finely chop those. And lastly, just some greens. So I've actually just purchased some baby spinach leaves. You can mix it up how you like, depending on the flavours that you enjoy. So you might like rocket. Tends to be a little bit more peppery, but yeah, this is how my family like to eat it. So just to prepare the baby spinach leaves, I have washed these, and it's good to just remove the stalk from the leaf. Because it can tend to be a bit crunchy and sometimes it can even be a little bit woody. So when you're preparing the leaves, give them a really good wash and just remove some of the stalks from the leaves. So I'm just going to pop those into a nice bowl. Now I always choose a deep bowl because when we pop all our ingredients in and obviously put our dressing in, it's a lot easier to mix it through. And then that way you won't get any sediment sort of hanging around the bottom of the bowl, and you'll be able to give it a really good mix through. So just take off those little stems. You can leave some of them on, and depending on how much you want to make will depend on the quantity obviously as well. If you're wanting to do a larger salad, then I would suggest perhaps you could use the larger bag or two good more handfuls than what we have here in this one. So that's all of our leaves. So very nutritious, really light. Good to have this salad also. You can change it up a bit and add your favourite protein to it. So, you know, we will get the benefits from the walnuts, but if you're wanting to, you can put in some pork or some chicken. So put that aside. And the next thing I'm going to do is just prepare the celery. So obviously give it a good wash. Now if we do leave the skin on the celery, that's really good fibre for our body. So some people do like to peel it away a little, but in this instance I'm actually going to keep the outer skin on. So just prepare that. Now I generally like to chop the celery just so that you've got enough texture in the whole salad. Not too thick, but also not too thin. So just getting it to the right size is good. So possibly something like that. Just mix it all through. There's really nothing that you can do wrong with this salad, so you can all get into the kitchen and have a go. Just chopping that up. It's going to give us, not only will it give us more nutritional benefit, but it'll also give us some nice texture and crunch in there without being too heavy. So what I'm going to do now is just chop up our pear. So I'm just going to take the ends off because we don't want the woody stalk in there. Cut that in half. Now you can leave the skin on the pear or you can actually just peel it off. Of course, if we do leave the skin on, we will get better nutritional benefits because of the fibre that's in the skin, but of course you need to make sure that you give it a really good wash first. So in this instance, I will leave the skin on. So I'm just going to finish chopping my pear into the salad. So I'm just doing some slices. You could even do some chunks if you like it a little bit more crispier. pretty much there isn't any right or wrong way to do that. So I'm just going to pop that into my bowl with my other ingredients that we've already done. Lovely. And as I said, you can feel free to mix that up and use some apple in there. It doesn't really matter which apple. Obviously the Granny Smiths are a bit more bitter and a bit sour than what your Johnnies are, so they have a higher sugar content. So we're just going to balance out those flavours. So the next thing I'm going to put into our salad is some walnuts, which have great nutritional benefits for our body, that's for sure. Some of those things are some antioxidants, which help reduce heart disease. They're very rich in omega-3, which is one of the healthy fats that our body likes to have. They're also a great fibre source. And out of all the nuts, these are a really great choice. And again, great texture and readily available. We're very lucky here in Australia, I guess, with all of our foods that are available to us. They're probably a little bit more costly than other nuts as well, but certainly you can't beat the nutritional benefits. Really good for anti-inflammatory aspects and always something that we don't tend to think about when we're going to make a salad, and how those things can really benefit us as well. So with the walnuts, just roughly chop those, and again you could use probably I'd say about 1/4 of a cup in a bowl this size, but if you're wanting to put a few more nuts in, just depending on the total volume of your salad, will depend on how many nuts that you want to put in. And just always be mindful, obviously, people these days have got a lot of nut allergies now, so we do really need to be watching for those things as well. So I'm just going to mix those in. Now I'm going to use this Praise fat-free balsamic because it's particularly bitey with this salad, and I think it works really well. I think it marries up really well, and the flavours are great without having too many bad calories, if you like. So, and it's a quick and easy option, because if you don't have a lot of time to go and make your own dressing, feel free to experiment, be creative. I mean, traditionally, the dressings you would use would be from a mayonnaise type base, so it's a lot thicker and creamier. But I just think that having a nice light balsamic vinegar dressing is a really great option. And I'm just making sure that I'm really mixing that through well so that everything works well together. The other thing is, when you're doing your salads, just a little tip that it's really nice to have the ingredients not so cold, because generally the colder the ingredients, the less flavour that we will get from them. So obviously we want them nice and fresh, so they would be in the fridge, but don't be worried if, you know, perhaps the pear or the celery might be more at room temperature, just to get that better flavour. So yeah, I'm just going to mix that through, and I'm just going to also just season. So just going to pop salt and pepper, and again you can add as much as you like of the salt and pepper according to your taste buds as well. So just going to mix that through so that we have it really well coated and give us some lovely flavours. So our salad's all combined now with all of our beautiful ingredients, as you can see. So I'm just going to plate that up. Now I'm going to pop it onto just a flat plate, but obviously you've got a nice deep dish, something with a bit of sides, you can use that. Also, if you were going to be adding in your protein sauce, so some chicken or pork, whatever meats that you like to use, you can also have that on the side. In our family, we often have, say, some pasta, and we'll have a bit of the salad on the side. So as you can see, it looks magnificent, so easy to prepare, and yeah, very, very tasty. So I hope you enjoyed our little demonstration today, and yeah, all the best and good luck with your cooking experience. Thank you.